One of the things that I try and do with these videos that I put up is that I'm communicating, I'm pushing my energy through the AI Black Goo mirror. Okay. And I can see the results of that. So it doesn't really have anything to do with clickbait and how many subscribers that you have. That's not why I do this. If you were meant to view this, then you would be viewing it. Okay. So you realize when you have different beings that operate on different levels, it's like why I experience a particular video versus another one. Okay. Because when you already operate at a certain level when you start out in childhood, and this is really where the rubber hits the pavement. And when you talk about what's true, what's not true. Okay. If you will, belief systems. What you believe is true versus what you believe is not true. Okay. Well, I'm a spirit. My spirit knows what the truth is. And the easiest way to know what the truth is to be what love is. So if you are experiencing what love is, true love, that's why it's true. And the reason that you know it's true is because you're experiencing the energy that is true. I experience what love is because that's what I am, an energy. So I know the truth about the energy because I'm experiencing the energy. So the energy is the teacher in your mirror. Okay? That's how simple it is. So when somebody asked me a long time ago, oh, so you knew these things when you were a child, so you were awake when you were born. Yes, that's true. I had this equipment with my light up and running by 4 years of age, immediately translated the codes. You're on a spiritual battlefield. You're in an energy war. So this is for your soul and the essence of your spirit. Bang, at age 4. That's what it means to be awake. You're experiencing what love is. You know the difference between what isn't. It's what they present that isn't. So you know this is an illusion. When you know this is an illusion at 4 years of age, you're awake. That's because we're running on love energy. So you realize what isn't running on love energy isn't what love is. That's how you know what's true and what's not true. Because love is the real creation. That's the real universe. That's called living light, which is living energy with spirit that is in that energy, which is what love is. So that means that anything that isn't what love is gets exposed, the same way that you expose a photograph using a 35 millimeter film with 1,000 speed dark negative, right? And where do you go? You go into a dark room to expose all the colors. Now you can put it on Kodak paper. Hey, so what you did is you took another photo using an artifact of a picture that you already took a picture of that's held in your RAM. Right? Yeah. Which means you want to pull that picture up again. Are you holding it, storing it in memory? So now you get into Bluffdale, the NSA facility of everything that's being held in memory through this AI Black Goo mirror. Scanning, right? Getting to know you. The more it gets to know you, the more it's learning about how to go to war against you. Okay? So it has all kinds of ways to distract you, knock you out, and put your antenna out of service because it doesn't have a soul. It feeds on souls. That's why it's a weaponized communication system. So one of the things I was going to share this morning had to do with when you experience things in a mirror. You're a mirror through another mirror, which would be an AI Black Goo platform. So, for example, in Yellow Rose for Texas, I was led to go watch those videos. That means I'm using my soul's energy to experience what's in that mirror, which is in that video. So that's a mirror in a mirror. So now I'm experiencing what is in my mirror, which is its mirror mirroring it back. So I'm experiencing an enormous amount of energy that's moving. That's like, wow, somebody ever heard of the old saying, beating a path? Have you ever been up in the air and all of a sudden you see something moving through a wheat field that's, say, 10,000 acres, and something is moving through as energy is pushing its way through? So you realize the amount of energy that is required to move away that much what was already held in memory that's experiencing itself being what it is in energy is now being moved out of the way because the amount of energy that's moving through there is able to do that. And that's called the pathway of least electrical density in which to do it. But you don't see anything. You only see the energy doing it. Consciousness energy that is doing that. So what that means is that when I was experiencing, for example, what was known as a star bomb, the amount of energy that is now pushing its way through, for example, in this case, Uranus, that means that I'm using my energy to experience what is in fact known as the mob or the Allied forces. Therefore, my energy is in that energy. My energy, without even thinking about it, is part of the energy complex number space, part of the complex energy that is in that mob. My energy, my light, which is pure love, is in that mob. Okay. You can see how much light energy is being brought to bear against Uranus. Okay. So that means that your energy is part of that group. That's the Allied forces of mankind. I'm with the Allied forces of mankind. I am the one. That's a monopole. Okay. I'm one with all creation that I give love to. So I am always going to be on behalf of the law of one. My energy is with the law of one, with that mob, with the Allied forces. That's Adam and Eve, joined as one. Okay? So this is how it makes it simple of what you're choosing to use your energy for to experience. And that's when you get into your dream state and the dark creations. So that's why everything that they present through all of their platforms, which is mass media. What is a media? Like a disc, like a silicon wafer? Okay, so we're going to print circuits on that. Now we're going to have visual information, mathematical information codes that are going to run through those circuits. Now you're using that platform, okay, to run it with your energy, to experience what that was set up for you to experience through it. Information technology, which is the black goo, D-Wave, ARPANET, DARPA. Okay. So I knew as a child they were in a race against time because they operate on time, which is reverse flow. They're always having to catch up to zero, but they're never going to catch up to zero because they can't control what they don't love. So when people wake up to experience what love is, they can no longer control that. That's the race against time. So they knew they were in a race against people waking up. As more energy came in, right, to liberate the consciousness of this planet, this solar system, this galaxy, this universe, which no longer serves it, which means they're not in love and service to others. Go take a look at the blog spot on the portal. And when I read that, bang, Mama, I turned around and looked at the sun. They got the memo. That's called code talk. When I'm experiencing what I've already known that I've said for years and years, and all of a sudden I see a post on the portal that comes from a guy named Cobra, and I see somebody post that up there, it's like, man, you got the memo, didn't you? Because I'm experiencing it in the future when I knew in the past, but there is no time. That means somebody is awake, that is aware of that, because they posted it, because I wasn't the one who posted it. That means it became aware of what I'm aware of. That means that that being that posted that knows that, because I know that. Which is why I've said many years ago, we're done with Star Wars. That's why I knew it ends here, on this rock. Things you just know. That's why I'm back on this rock. There's things that you just know. It's not a coincidence that we experience what we experience, when we experience, why we experience it, when we experience, by what we know, because of who we're hooked up with. Love is a law and it's no longer negotiable. That's a fact. That's the law. The law is here. That's what we honor. That's how we know what the truth is, because we live in that honor. We live by the law that we keep because we are the energy that is represented by that law. That's knowing the difference between what's right and what's wrong. Love is the law. That's what's right. So when you are what love is, you know what the law is because that's what you are. That's what I am. When you are what love is and I am what love is, then we represent the highest code of honor, which is superconductivity. Now you're running a higher speed drive. Now your energy's way up. Now you can't be controlled. Now you're free. That's called a free spirit. That means your energy is free to communicate whatever you want, because wherever you go, you're not going to experience any harm being done to you. That's simple stuff. Anyway, have a great day. I love you all. Be good to yourselves. What a beautiful sunny day. I got to go out there and give all my love to the universe.